WKNJ 90.3 FM. This is where you should start it off every Monday night. And now we got a very special guest in the house, a young man from Central New Jersey.
Yeah, Rich Mahogany. Yo, shout out to Billy Stubbs that joined us.
What's going on, man? How you been, Rich?
I'm alright, man.
Say hi to the camera over here.
Absurd, what up, man?
What up?
Yeah.
I know these guys for years. What's up, man?
Can't complain, man. Well, I know you're a man who's been... At first, you were just known in Central Jersey. Now your name is getting all over the place from fans in Europe, because through the internet. I see you everywhere. You've been on your grind, doing your thing, maintaining, really making it happen. So, what really made you decide to start music? Really go so hard at it? Because, I mean, for as long as I've known you've always been into the music game.
Yo, man. Pretty much my whole life I've been into music. My father was a drummer, his father was a drummer, so on and so forth. And I've always wanted to be involved with music. I used to want to start a band and everything. I'm still trying to now. But besides that, pretty much like just there was a cat in the area that used to rhyme. And he passed away some odd years ago. Rest in peace, man. Rooster. He was like a very, very dope freestyler. This guy could rhyme all night. He could take any word out of dictionary. You could throw words at him. He could spit a million syllables. This dude would just keep rhyming. You know what I'm saying? And he caught wind that I was, freestyling a little bit and rhyming. He was older than me, so him and this other cat came up to me at the park one day and they're like, "We heard you rap." And I was like, he was known to like knock people out, like beat up grown men and stuff. So I was like a little intimidated. So I was like, "Nah, I don't rhyme. He's like, "Rhyme for me." I was like, "Nah, I don't rhyme. He's like, "If you don't rhyme for me, I'm gonna beat the living out of you." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Alright, cool." So, alright, whatever. So I spit for him and everything, and I looked up to him. So he was like smiling. He was like, "Yo, that was not that bad." He's like, "Yo, keep writing, man. You're gonna be good, man. You'll be alright." And pretty much from there on, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep doing this, man. And I started making beats because I would hit up cats on the internet because I was tired of rhyming over the same industry beats. Cats would be like, "Nah, man, charge." I'm like, dude, I'm 16 years old. Like, I don't have money for that. Nobody in the area was really making beats like that, certain people. And I just started making my own beats, and then I started having my own stuff on MySpace and everything. And a friend of a friend had a friend in Freehold who networked with somebody else who happens to be AB. Shout outs to AB. And AB introduced me to Prime. And from there on, I just, I got involved with the scene and, different trials and tribulations. I used to go by the name C Rhymes. I was getting my beats played on Rutgers radio when I was like 15, 16 years old. Cats like Pace One and Prime and Mozzie, Soul Purpose.
Shout out to Mozzie, Soul Purpose.
Coming up there and just rhyming over my beats, and nobody really knew who I was, but they knew who I was at the same time. Thanks to AB, put me on right there, you know what I mean? Since then, I met these guys, Absurd, you, everybody, you know what I'm saying? And now I just, just been moving forward, man, and promoting the music and everything. And I feel really flattered and humbled right now, Deal with a lot of personal stuff, but
So where do you call home exactly? Because I know you were born in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Now you're living out in Central Jersey. So where really is home? Do you consider home?
Anywhere that I feel comfortable at, man, honestly. Really, anywhere that the hip-hop's going on, anywhere that there's, people spraying walls or people making beats or people kicking bars. I really couldn't say one place is home, man, because I could go somewhere overseas and I'll get treated like family by certain people, possibly. I got a lot of love overseas. And I've yet to make it over there. I gotta get my passport first. Just like we said before, don't talk about touring overseas if you don't have your passport. So I gotta work out legal issues right now and technicalities. And Prime had gotten me a form and everything. Him and Trail got their forms. So I need to fill out my form, send it out, make sure I get my passport. But yeah, home. I mean, I consider Central Jersey my home, but sometimes home is where my heart is, but home could also be where the hate is. So it could go either way, man. But it's all love at the end of the day, man. But yeah, Central Jersey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well said. But I know your albums have been getting a lot of positive reception from both the fans and the critics alike. As an artist who has put in like a lot of hard work, how does it make you feel to hear praise about your music now?
I mean, it's cool, man. It's cool to get love and everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be a pompous guy and be like, well, nobody's buying my album and this, that, and the third. Like, because when I had CDs, I went and my man CF from Rebel Arms, shout outs to him, man. Peace to Diabolic, peace to the whole Dead Rabbits crew and such, so forth. But I caught my CD. I've had guys, legendary dudes like John Robinson come shake my hand, tell me peace, you know what I'm saying? it's cool to, like, you know, people who you look up to and respect to show you love, you know what I mean? But it's just a cool feeling, man, you know what I mean? But I also feel at the same time, sometimes I might impress somebody else, but I want to impress myself at the same time. I want to really kind of grow with my music and not just stay on one thing, punchlines and this, that, and the third. In my heart, I'm a conscious MC. I really want to progress. I want to get more progressive with the music. So, I mean, it's cool. It's good. I appreciate it. And it motivates me to keep going on. You know, I have good people in my corner right now. So, if I didn't have good people in my corner, I would probably be dead. I probably wouldn't be here right now talking to you. So,
do you have any producers out there that you wouldn't work with? Because I know, like you said, you were really an MC, but then you became a producer.
And then you got stronger with the MC skills.
You got strong with the MC skills. And what I'm trying to say, though, do you have any producers out there that you would want to work with? And when I say work with, not like to rhyme with a beat, but maybe say, you know what, you could do the bass line, I could do the snare, you could add the drums, maybe I could add a guitar riff, or what? Anybody out there?
Actually, right now I'm like working with musicians because I make beats myself and everything, like you were saying. And there is some cats I would definitely like to work with. I would love one producer. I always say this, and I'll say this over and over again. I want to work with Madlib. Yo, somebody link me up with Madlib, please. I would love to work with Madlib. That dude inspires me. All his music, I feel, I've never heard something that I didn't like from him. It's always different. He can make rugged, he can make hardcore, he can make jazzy. He could sit there and play every instrument and make a whole. He did yesterday's new quintet. It's a one-man jazz album. He played every single instrument on it. That's a cat that I really want to work with. But right now I'm just working with my man Trillion. You know what I mean? Him and I are doing a collaboration album called Head Knockers, which is going to be out on Red Phone Records this summer. Shout out to my man Adlib. He's about to put out his album. I'm next up after that. But, yeah, I mean, other than that, man, I would love to work with guys like Doom. You know what I'm saying? I would like to work with, you know, of course, Primo, Pete Rock. Diamond D is definitely somebody I want to work with. It's just guys like that, my heroes, people I look up to, man. Those guys are legends to me, man. But, yeah, I would definitely like to work with those cats and... one more in my head. I got one more in my head. I would definitely like to work with Alchemist, without a doubt. Him and Oh No.
So how do you?
Brother, definitely.
But how do you separate yourself from the other producers and artists out there? Because you're both a producer and an MC. So
I don't want to. I know what you mean by separate. How do I feel? What do I bring to the table?
Yeah. What do you bring to the table that's different?
Honestly, what I like to bring to the table is not being one-dimensional, because, I mean, there's a lot of my stuff that's, like, kind of party-oriented or, like, more punchline-oriented or, like, you know, kind of like, you know, bragging and stuff like that, and people know me as that, but deep down, that was the way that I wanted to come in. I wanted to come in hard so people would be like, all right, we ain't going to try to test this dude, cool, but I'm, like, so past that now. Now I just want to create good music, and, I wouldn't say so much separate myself. I feel like I could coexist with many different artists. I coexist with guys who spit mainstream type stuff. I coexist with guys who are underground. I coexist with people who are musicians that don't even listen to hip hop. You know, my man Paulo, shout out to Paulo. He plays the bass in a hardcore band, Sugar, and he loves my music. I love his music, and we coexist like that because of the music. So really, I just want to, like, I don't want to just be a one-dimensional guy, man. And also, I'm not just trying to rhyme and make beats. I also engineer. I also mix. I can master a little bit. I want to get into acting and film. You know what I'm saying? That's my big thing that I really want to do. I really want to get into film. I would love to be in a film. I would love to, you know, be in a documentary of some sorts. But yeah, that's like my big thing that I want to get into is acting.
Well, Rich Mahogany, I want to say thank you for coming through and spending some time with us. Absolutely. You're gonna bless us with a little freestyle later on.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I know my dudes are in the other room, man. Shout outs to Jersey Sound Lab, XP, you know, Internal Quest, and yeah, I'll definitely bless the mic later on, you know what I mean? We'll get a little thing going, you know, rock and roll.
We're about to get into a joint or two from you, and I'll say, again, thank you for coming through.
Yo, shout outs to everybody who tuned in, and look out for that Head Knockers EP coming out
over
soon.
here.
Red Phone Records, yo, what up?
Wave from over here.
Yo, wave to the people out there.
Livestream.com.
In iPhone land, you know what I'm saying? Livestream.
Livestream.com. Yeah, y'all to the streets every
King
Monday
University.
night, 9 p.m. to midnight. Let go.